So I get this question a lot, like, Darwin, how do I get rid of my friends that are weighting me down? Like, how do I get rid of the people that are not helping me in my life? I got this one friend, but he's a family friend. It's hard to cut ties. Like, man, at the end of the day, I think that you got to take a decision for your own self of what you want your life to look like. And I start with this one rule. I only share bread, time, and energy with those that I will switch lives with. That's a powerful statement. I will only share bread, time, and energy with somebody that I will trade lives with. That has a deeper meaning than just, oh, okay, you like them. No, I will actually wear their shoes and switch my life for theirs. So I think that the problem in society, or the problem with us, is that we don't share time, energy, or bread with those that we will switch lives with. We don't even admire the people that we spend time with. We don't even want to be with them sometimes. How many times have you heard somebody say, oh, I'm going to that meeting because I have to. No, there's nothing when it comes to relationships that you have to, as long as you have played your cards right in the game of life. I think you should only spend bread, time, and energy with people that you actually exchange your life with. People that you admire, people that you can learn from, that you can take value from. People that actually make you feel alive, you know? People that actually make you feel alive. Most people in this earth are surviving with the friend group that they got. I'm amazed by the things that they have achieved while being in that group anyways. You know, so most of the time, we're meant to shine, man. We're meant to shine. But most of the time, we're just in the wrong place. Ability to shine is not even appreciated in the circle that you're at. When I was in high school, I had a tight group of friends, right? And maybe this is gonna be a revealer for most of them if they get to see this. I don't really care. But I started in sales, and I was presenting products door to door to customers. So, you know, in door-to-door sales, you got 3 minutes max. If you caught the interest of, like, I'm gonna listen to this 3-minute pitch to see if I actually buy from this guy, and I would show my demos to my customers or my prospects, whatever you want to put it, and then I would have a lot of messages pop up talking about politics, girls, drinking, partying. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even included in this shit. I didn't even drink by the time. You know, I was completely disconnected from my friend group, and I already taken the decision. I'm gonna take the sales role, and I'm gonna exceed at it, whatever it takes. So see, what I was doing and my values and principles, I mean, what I was doing by being part of that group and being there and like, even if you don't talk in the group chat, you're still part of the group chat. So I was still part of it. Even me being there, it was not aligned to my values and principles and my goals. It was not near it. They were not helping me. And most importantly, this is what I understood from relationships. For a friendship and a relationship to work out, you gotta have mutual gain. It's gotta be a two-way street. And in one hand, I was not giving them anything, because I was not participating on their conversations. So I was actually not even contributing to their cause. I was actually something negative to them if you see it from their point of view, because I was not contributing to the group. If you're in a group, you either contribute or get out. And then in the other sense, my values and principles and goals were not aligned to what was the topics that were being talked about. The topics that were being talked about in that group chat. So I decided to exit, and I left a message saying that they could reach out to me privately. Most of them talk shit, like everybody does, right? They criticized me for a long time. don't even know if they talk shit still, and I don't really care, because in the game that we're at, in terms of entrepreneurship, you gotta be okay with people not liking you, people talking shit about you, people making shit about you, making up shit out of thin air. Yeah, you gotta be cool with rumors going around you. And you know what I've learned from Grant Cardone and being at his conference is that there's no bad press. If people talk shit about you, good. If people talk good about you, good. If people make up rumors about you, good. If people say you're a dumbass, good. If people mention you, see, if people talk about you, it's still good. It's excellent. You know why? Because there's no such thing as bad press. As long as your name is mentioned, you're there. You are there. And it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. As long as you're still in their mind, and as long as your name is being mentioned, and it's like, oh, one person, then they're gonna spread a rumor, and a rumor will be spread, maybe something that's not even true, but there will be one person in a group that rumor is mentioned, and that person will be fairly intelligent and say, I don't really think this guy did this shit. I'm actually gonna look him up. What is he doing? Oh, he's coaching. Oh, he opened up his own company. Oh, he sold $2 million this year. Oh, okay. Shit, I want to learn sales. Hey, Darwin, can I get on your course? Can you teach me? You see, there's no such thing as bad press. As long as your name is mentioned, good or bad, take it as the same. If people talk good about you, you just gotta make sure of one thing. It doesn't matter if people talk good or badly about you. You just gotta make sure that in both times, you're still getting paid. You're still getting paid. So as you progress in life, and your relationships, your friendships graduate to become relationships. Friendships kind of like the concept that we got in high school and college. You start creating relationships. Relationships are a two-way street. You're giving, they're giving, you're taking. As much as they're taking, they're growing with you. They're not growing from you. Because the group friends that we catch in the club and doing shit that's not aligned to our values, principles, and goals, most of them are leeches. They take from you. They take. It's that person that calls you and you're like, oh shit, this guy again. It's the kind of person that you're not excited to talk to. It's the kind of person that you would avoid, but you will have to hang out because he's part of the group. And you know why I know this? Because I was that guy. I was going into meetings with friend groups that 2 or 3 people that were there I didn't like, and I was still hang out because you know what? It was my friend group. I didn't have my friendships didn't have a meaning. I certainly didn't have relationships back then. I had a bunch of people that I know from other people that we were cool and we were just, hanging around, hanging out. So once you mature in your life and you actually get tight with your purpose, values, principles, and goals, you start realizing that time is valuable. And people say time is money, but people don't treat time as their money, right? If somebody asks you out and this person's gonna nag you the fuck out, this person's super negative, this person's not going in a good course of his life, and he has shown that he won't take your help, and you accept that request, the moment that you accept that request, you're telling to yourself, you're not actually serious about your morals, principles, and your goals. You're not serious about your goals, because that time can be invested on something of value that's gonna bring value to you, and maybe you can bring something of value to that person or to that one thing that you're doing, and it can make you grow as a person. Negative people don't want your advice. They don't want to get better.
Save 4 minutes via Barton Springs Road.
Okay. Negative people, they don't want your advice, and they don't want to get better. They want your sympathy. That's what they want. So don't confuse people coming to you, nagging the fuck out and bringing all the negativity and everything, all the drama that's happening in their life, and you automatically give them advice. Because most of them don't want advice. Most of them just want sympathy. And that sympathy will drag you the fuck down. What happens if you're in a circle of people that all they talk about is opportunities, how to better themselves, the book that they're reading, how they're helping others, asking you how can they help you, you asking them how can you help them, them bringing you customers, them like being there for you. Like, what kind of relationship do you think that will be? What kind of conversations do you think you will have with this individual? Do you think that individual will bring all this fucking negativity to the conversations, especially when that person knows about your values, principles, goals? Do you really think that? It's not gonna fucking happen. Most of the time, you know, people say all the time, you're the reflection of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But they know about this, and they preach about this, and they will repeat this fucking phrase and still hang out with the same fucking 3 bums that they met in college that they haven't accomplished one thing with. And those guys haven't accomplished one thing either. Doesn't matter if their dad is the owner of whatever. They haven't done shit. You know, life as a whole, the number one reason why God put you in this earth is to fulfill your purpose and potential. And exceed your fucking potential. Fulfill your purpose and exceed your potential. That's the only way you can show God. You know what? This guy did his job. I'm proud of you. You know, like, God's supposed to be our Father. And the only way that we will give, you know, grace and all glory to our Creator is by making sure that we exceed our potentials and hit our goals. You know, so back to the friend group and back to relationships. I think relationships are massively important for your success. I just got to know about this because recently I've started hanging out with high profile, high level, highly empathetic, highly successful individuals. And this is what we call today high value individuals. And I've gotten to know them, and I've gotten to know their story. And every single one of them had that friend group that was holding them back. But just like in any high level, in any, you know, like any person that is self-aware at a high level knows that the reason why they were in that group, friend, it's not their friend's fault. All this time, the only responsible one for them staying behind in that friend group, holding them back, the only responsible has been the individual himself or herself. Because she has taken that decision to stay within that friend group, to not challenge herself, to go out of her comfort zone. At the end of the day, you are in charge of your life. So whatever friend group you're in, they didn't force you into that friend group. They didn't put a pistol to your fucking head. Hey, you gotta make part of the group. You have taken the executive decision to be part of that group. For the good or for the bad. And if you're in a friend group that doesn't really care about you and your success wholly, then that means that you're lacking self-awareness. Heavily. Because when you're lacking self-awareness, you just don't know where things are going badly. You just don't know where is that sickness coming from. You just don't know where you're being attacked from. Everything seems to just be bad. I seem to always be broke. I seem to always be late for rent. I seem to always date the same person. Those statements tell me that you're not self-aware. That you lack self-awareness. It's all that it tells us. You know, people that have actually done the work. I'm not even 10% where I want to be. in terms of self-awareness. I'm working on it. But that was one of the first things that I could touch. I was like, oh shit, I was fucking up, and I was fucking up really hard. Even when I got rid of my friends from high school and college, even after that, I started drinking. So then the people that drink, the party people, I met those guys too. And I had to grow from there and, and hang out with better people. The exciting thing about life is that we're always evolving. We're not always like average people change. Studs evolve. As time goes by, people will change. Relationships will change. We evolve. The best of the best evolve because we're not revolving down. We're evolving upwards. And I think that's really interesting because, going to what Ed Milet says, the power of one. You're always one decision away, one relationship away, one opportunity away, one contact away from a complete different life. And I'm a firm believer of that because I've experienced the power of one. I've experienced meeting Rami Cindy at an interview, him giving me a shot in the area of sales. That changed my life for the better, forever, I'll say, because I got to see in a full commission job what my time was worth, what full commitment can do, and what happens if you give it 100%. So if I don't meet Rami, I'll probably be working in a 9 to 5, and I'll probably for sure not be recording this video. So I was one person away from completely changing my life. So, and you know what? Living like that, it's better than not. Because that gives you faith in your heart to get better every day. To get 1% better every day. Physically, emotionally, in your education. Because opportunities come all the time. Opportunities are everywhere. Like, we're going through downtown Austin right now, and there's so much opportunity here. Like, those scooters were not going on 5 years ago. So somebody saw the opportunity and they took advantage of it. That person made the work, and at that time they were ready to take the step because they have already done the work. So opportunities everywhere. Do we agree the United States of America, it's a land of opportunity? And pretty much you can profit off of anything. As long as you're solving enough problems. So, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? It's two things. Your ability to take a decision and your ability to commit and put yourself behind your words. That's it. At the end of the day, what we lack is lack of follow through. We don't start that diet that we said we were gonna start. We don't start writing that book we said we were gonna start. We don't start reading that book that we said we were gonna start. We don't start that diet. We don't start eating healthy. We don't start exercising like we said we would. We constantly lie to our friends. We don't come through for our own commitments. And you know who's the only person that you let down whenever this happens? Is yourself. That's the worst kind of letdown. Most people won't even blink to let themselves down. But whenever they promise to their friend, they typically commit to that. Let's say, if I'll grab you today and I'll tell you, let's say you tell yourself, hey, tomorrow we're starting this diet, 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna be there. You don't tell anybody but yourself. Okay. Next morning, 3 a.m., 3:30, you're like, I don't want to fucking go. I'm gonna stay in bed. Okay, perfect. It's scenario number 2. You tell your best friend or the girl you're trying to, let's put it like this. You tell the girl that you're trying to date and impress, hey, let's go to the gym tomorrow, 4 a.m. She says yes. you're there at fucking 3:30 a.m. the next morning. You know why? Because that really mattered to you. You know why? So you gave more importance to the opinion she had of yourself than the opinion that you had for your own self. So the problem was not that it was a different time. The problem was that it was a more special person. The problem was not the occasion. The problem was that you valued more her opinion than your opinion of your own self. And that's what's fucking us over as a society. We care too much about what people think. See, I'm still doing the work. I still care to a certain extent because I'm a professional in my realm about what people think of me. Because I'm a business owner, I care what my customers think about me. I do care to an extent. I'm still doing the work. I'm still finding that balance. You know, at the end of the day, we're all a work in progress. And I think that's another thing that's exciting about life. Because studs are constantly evolving. Average people are just changing. So it's exciting where we're going. It's exciting to see everyone around me growing too. Luis, Nathan, Stephen, all studs, you know? And it's great to learn from them. And most importantly, it's great where we're going as a group. I love it. I'm excited to see what happens in the next year or two. I just got to my favorite restaurant here in Austin, having a nice meal. I'm suit up, and I'm eating by my own fucking self. You know why? Because I'm serious about the life that I want. And most importantly, I care about how I look. I care about how I show up. Because opportunities might be there in that door. I just don't know. I just gotta stay ready. Because studs don't get ready. We don't get to get ready. We stay ready. And when opportunity comes our way, we detect it and we latch it. We take it every fucking time. That's what we came here to be. We came here to provide opportunities for others and also take the opportunities for our own self.
Sorry about
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
They're great.
Good, good. Keys are in there?
Yeah, they're
Perfect. Thank you.